if there is any slight chance of that they're not over you or you're not over them, I don't think it's a good idea to meet the new person.
Do you think most men make good decisions concerning their kids and who they bring around their kids?
Yes.
Most men. I do not think that women make the best decisions when bringing new people around their kids. Hey, welcome to True Love Journey Podcast. We are Eminem. I'm Mario.
I'm May.
And today we're going to talk about a very controversial topic. Actually, it's not, I don't know what some people think about it. Anyway, the question is this. Do you think you should meet your baby mama or baby daddy's new boo? Okay? So, I'll let you start off and you can tell me your thoughts.
I don't think that I should meet them. It's a good thing, it's a privilege to meet them, but I don't expect it. I don't expect my baby daddy to just introduce me to his new boo. And it's also dependent on the relationship that people have with their exes. If there is any slight chance of that they're not over you or you're not over them, I don't think it's a good idea to meet the new person.
That's a good idea. So, as far as me meeting a new person, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I would like to know who's around my kids, but that ain't really my business. When the kids are with her, I can't control what's going on in her house, and when the kids are with me, she can't control what's going on in my house. So, would it be nice? I don't much care. The only thing I care about is two things. All right, one, if they're a good dude and they're gonna treat my kids right, you know. And two, if they're a good communicator, you know what I mean? And really the communication, again, I can't control what goes on in our house, but for me, I wouldn't mind meeting the guy because, like, listen, once I'm over a person, I'm over a person. So I'm gonna want them to be happy. I don't care what they got going on. All I care about is the welfare of my children. So it's not like mandatory for me to meet the dude, but if I can meet the dude and I can talk to him and we can have an amicable relationship, that makes things so much easier because sometimes women be in their feelings. And when two men can talk, when two men can, you know what I mean, break it down, I think that reduces a lot of the confusion. So I don't have to meet him, but it's nice.
The way it worked for me was like I have a very amicable relationship with my ex. Mm-hmm. We talked about it and then we agreed that no one gonna meet our kids before 6 months.
Okay. That was
after 6 months, then it's okay if they want to be around the kids. Now, I trust my ex that he will not bring anyone that will harm the kids around them because not after me, I really do think the mom and dad love the kids the same. It's just it's different ways. So I do believe that the father of my kids are not gonna put them in any harm. So
but you trust him to make that decision.
Yes, I trust them. I trust him to make that decision, and I'm not gonna trip about it if he doesn't introduce me to his new boo.
Do you think most men make good decisions concerning their kids and who they bring around their kids?
Yes.
Most men.
I think, yes, most parents do, not just men and women.
Yeah, parents. Yeah.
Yeah. So, for me,
No. I don't think women. No. First of all, I do not think that women make the best decisions when bringing new people around their kids because I think that women are more on survival mode. So I guess whoever at the time can provide these things for her and her kids, I think she'll more than likely, she ain't gonna purposely bring them around. But I think I would say it's more men that are concerned with like making sure that they have a good person in their life that's going to treat their kids the same than women are.
I disagree. I think women do too. You know.
Well, let me say Western women. I know. I don't know how they do it in Iran? How does that work when people? I mean, I know people very rarely get divorced in Iran.
The whole divorce is taboo over
It's
there.
taboo.
So
Yeah, so people don't get divorced. But okay, but in the event that they do, how does the is there child support? How does that work, or does it even? Do you know if
the
it
whole
exists?
thing in Iran is different. So like the kids belong to the mom before, I think, before 6 years old, and it belongs to the dad after.
Ooh, I think that's exactly how it should
That's
be.
it.
I think that, and we were talking about this before, not
Mm-hmm.
today, but off camera before. Uh, at a certain age, the kids need the mother's what is it? Nourishment, not
No.
nourishment, but they need the mother's. She's supposed to be the nurturing. That's the
Nurture.
word. So I think from like 0 to 5, I think that all kids need to be, their mother needs to be heavily involved, because the nurture that she's going to give them during that time, I think that's something that a man cannot provide. Okay, now a man should be there, sure, seeing that so they can see that male role model, but ultimately I think the mom takes more of precedence as far as the nurturing. Now from 5 to say 11 or 12, I think both parents need to be heavily involved there, because at around 5 or 6, that's first grade, kindergarten, they're starting to be sponges and absorb all these things, and they need to see both parents in the household. Okay, like I'm saying, they need more of both parents. And then I think that at, say, the teens, 12 or 13, if it's a boy, I think they need to exclusively spend a lot of time with their father, because then they're becoming young men, and there are things that the mother cannot teach a young man.
They still need their mom, but they need their dad more.
I w-
Boys need their dad more.
So, yeah.
And because like the girls too, they need their mom more during teenage
those
time,
teenage
but
years. Yes,
they
I agree with
need
that.
to have that male role model too.
Yeah, but I
You
mean, the one who will instill the most about living life, like after they leave home.
Yes.
I think if it's a boy at 12 or 13, they need to spend a lot of that time with their dad, right? Because he's gonna tell them stuff that he couldn't talk to them about when they were real little. So yeah, I think they need to be with the dads way more than with the moms. They need both parents, but I'm saying at that age, the girls need to be, this is when the mom is teaching them how to be a wife, how to appreciate a man, also how they should conduct themselves, the goals that they should be trying to achieve in life. But I think that's more of a mother's thing to teach their daughters this, so that when they get out of the house and they meet a man, they know how to properly face those challenges. You already answered how long should you wait to meet the kids. You said 6 months. That was
6
actually my rule or goal, unwritten rule or goal myself too, was 6 months.
Now I have another question.
Yeah.
What if like you meet your baby mama's boo and you don't like him? Then what? What do you expect them to do?
I cannot control what goes on in our house. Long as he good to my kids, whether I like him or not is irrelevant. If she gonna continue talking to him, what can I do about it? That would be a waste of my time and energy. I should focus my time and energy on my children. Now look, if the dude is doing drugs or something like that, if the dude is a bad influence, I'm gonna talk to my baby mama. I'm gonna talk to her and tell her my thoughts, right? And I'm gonna have a talk with the cat too, because my thing is, like, if you're gonna be around my kids and you with drugs and all that, that's not gonna fly with me. It's not gonna fly. I'm not gonna allow it.
Say like for me,
I'm gonna cause so many problems
Yeah.
that he gotta go somewhere, period,
for me,
or he gotta see me.
so I said like we have an amicable relationship. So I introduced my new boo to my ex.
You talk.
And,
Who you
about
talking?
you.
Me? Oh, me. Okay. Yeah.
Before you met my kids, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it was just out of respect, but like
Or who? Out of respect for him.
out of respect for him, so he can know who's going to be around my kids. But it didn't matter like what he would say. I was still gonna take you around my kids anyway. So, and then I met his girlfriend too, before she met the kids.
Yeah. Oh. So on that, as far as actually for me, I'm that kind of guy. Again, I've been in the Navy for 2 decades, over 20 years, and I'm always been taught to kind of approach things head on. I don't want it to be no surprises. So I'm actually a proponent of going to talk to dude and say, hey, look, man, I'm gonna be around the kids. This is my lady. I love her. But I want us to have a good relationship, so that if I'm gonna be in the kid's life and I'm not trying to replace you, You know, you always gonna be their father, but if we have something that we need to talk about, I want me and you to be able to sit down and actually have that conversation. And actually, me and him have sat down and had that conversation, and it was no problems. And that's one of the big things with like blended families. And I'm gonna say this, women, if the dude is trying to be in their life, let him be in their life, and just don't be an obstacle. And like, if I think people get it mixed up where, and I don't know if it's a Western thing, because I'm not, you said it's not that many divorces in Iran, but I'm thinking, you know,
It wasn't back then when I was living there.
right?
So I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of things have changed. That's what, 20 years ago.
17 years
That's
ago.
that's a long time ago. I mean, a lot of things have changed in America too.
Yeah.
Courting, dating, and all that used to be a little different. People used to have respect. Relationships used to be different. So I had a chance to talk with dude, and we get along. We actually go do things with the kids together, and it's no beef. And so it's possible for you to be in a new relationship with somebody and to have a decent relationship with the ex. Now, a lot of people just, I would say a lot of women be in their feelings, and some of that is just not possible.
I think men can handle it better than women.
I do think,
I feel like I
yeah.
really did want to meet your ex-wife, you know, for her to just like, to assure her that her kids are safe with me. But it just is.
It's difficulty there, challenges there. But I mean, you know, I think over time, after people heal, I'm an optimist.
Me
Probably
too.
to a fault. Sometimes
We'll
I probably
get
should
there.
just be like, yeah, I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I mean,
It depends on your ex and the level of the maturity, you
yeah,
know.
that's the big thing. If they're not mature enough, you might be trying to do something that they're not ready for. So that's a really good question. Should you meet the new person's ex? It's not mandatory, not required, but it would be good. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This actually comes from a question that I used to have. I used to have another like podcast show where I talked about this subject, and I'm telling you, the answers that this person gave then are much different than now that we actually going through this was different. I'm not going to even play the video. I'm gonna make y'all search for it. Anyway, yeah, it's great when you can have an amicable relationship. Me and her ex do. There's no beef there. And again, all our kids play together, and neither one of us have an issue with it. We've actually taken a trip together,
Yeah.
and it was all good.
And the first time you guys met, we actually went to Top Golf.
We
and
went to
you
Top
guys,
Golf,
like,
and we played golf and laughed and had fun. But again, man, you got to be a grown man to do that. Also, you got to be with a woman who, you know, is mature, and also who ain't giving you no signs that she still want to smash old dude. Know what I mean? And by the way, if that's your girl, if she being, you'll know. You know what I mean? Like, don't allow that. Just I would say just should make sure
don't
she
ignore any red flags.
All right, look, we're out of here. Thank y'all for joining us. We'll see y'all in the next. Yeah, we'll see y'all in the next episode. Take care, peace, blessings, and prosperity.
Bye.